this meeting to order, please. Are we on? Great. This is the regular session and Thursday, January 23rd, 2020, 4:30 p.m. in the council chambers of Bisbee City Hall, 915 South Toverville Road, Bisbee, Arizona. And I probably should say that this is the City of Bisbee Police and Fire PSPRS Local Board meeting. Roll call. Mayor David Smith, present. Jay Ritchie.
Present.
Tim Cox.
Present.
Bill Bagby.
Present.
Carrie Bagley.
Present.
Joelle Landers.
Present.
All right. And then fire board members would be again myself, Mark Perez.
Present. Either way. Doesn't matter.
And you're here,
I'm
obviously.
here.
Jim Richardson.
Present.
William Bagby.
Present.
Carrie Bagley.
Present.
And again, Joelle Landers.
Present.
Thank you. Going to move on. Item number 2 is the police agenda. And that will be approval of the meeting minutes of October 24, 2019. Has everybody had a chance to look at those?
Yes.
Are there any changes, deletions, corrections? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to accept them as written.
I'll make a motion to accept the previous meeting minutes from October 24th, 2019. I will second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Discussion and vote on transfers out of and membership into PSPRS for the following employees. Lonnie Loper Carvajal is a transfer out as of December 3, 2019. And transfer in Daniel Brennan as of July 29, 2019. And Jesus Valenzuela transfer in as of July 29, 2019. Any discussion? Do we have a motion to accept the transfer out and the 2 transfer ins?
I will make a motion to accept the transfer out and the 2 transfers in.
Thank you.
I will second.
And we have a motion and a second. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes unanimously. Fire agenda. Review and approval of the regular minutes of October 24, 2019. Have you had an opportunity to take a look at those? And are there any corrections, deletions, additions? Hearing none, I accept a motion to accept as written.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from the October 24th meeting.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes unanimously. Discussion item number 2, or B, I guess. Discussion and vote on transfers out of and membership into the Public Safety Retirement System for the following employees. And that will be a transfer out of Eric Bailey as of November 23, 2019. Any discussion? If not, I'd accept a motion to accept the transfer out of Eric Bailey.
I'll make the motion we transfer out Eric Bailey.
And I second.
We have a motion and a second. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes unanimously. Item 4, board suggestions for upcoming agenda items. Under this, I just wanted to indicate, just an FYI, I wrote another hateful op-ed about PSPRS. Has anybody seen it? Okay. You may want to take a look at it so you can be unhappy also. It's in the Observer Today, I believe, and it was in the Herald a couple days ago, and it'll be in the Phoenix Republic. But it talks about how badly we're getting taken by the board. As you recall, we had a new board come in, and the reason I'm bringing this up under this is in case we want to discuss this in the future. we had a new board come in, headed by a police officer, where the previous board had been a fire chief.
Phoenix Fire Chief.
He was a Phoenix Fire Chief. The new guy, I think, is Chandler PD. And that part doesn't really matter, but I've been in a couple meetings with these guys where they keep talking about the new and improved board and all these great things that they're doing, the better investments, etc. Well, as it turns out, the investments are marginally better, but that's probably not their doing. And the bad part is that many things, but in this last year, the executive director was fired for sexual harassment. Prior to him being fired, the one before him was let go, and they gave him a $40-some thousand raise. And then while he was on administrative leave, retroactive to January 1. And then they gave the new guy, that interim guy, $40-some thousand. So he's making a salary of $255, sitting as executive director. They also have taken the money and are traveling. So they spent a night on, they had a seminar they went to, and so they stayed at $525 a night rooms.
Jesus.
They're having their meetings catered at $400 a meeting. And while they're sending their staff out and for $200 a meeting, their staff is eating. So I've had enough. So go ahead, Bill.
Isn't the legislature the ones that are responsible for controlling them?
Yeah, that and the governor.
And the governor, both of them?
Correct.
Because I've been reading the same things you're talking about, and I don't like it either.
Yeah, so I've talked to the governor about it, and he doesn't care. He just says it's a legislative issue. I've talked to the legislature about it, and quite bluntly, the fire union and the police union are too strong, and they won't bow down to them. And what the unions are doing is talking out of both sides of their mouth. They're indicating, we know that there's a problem here, we want to help you, and so we'll be behind Tier 3 as an example. Well, Tier 3 right now is working. It will not be working in a couple more years. Meanwhile, Tier 1 and Tier 2 is still going under. If all you guys retired, right now, there's only 12% of the money in the bank to pay you.
Yeah, they're counting on the ones working to pay for the ones that aren't.
That is correct.
So Corp was the same way.
Yeah.
We used to go round and round.
Absolutely.
And round.
Exactly.
Because I was on the Corp board.
Did you ever win?
We won a couple of times. We actually won the battle on one that we fought with the ESPRS board. And I know those clowns. Oh, don't put that in the minutes. Because
Yeah.
what we started doing is all those guys that were on retired, disability,
Yeah.
we started sending them back for medical reviews every 2 years, and they tried to fight us on that, and they lost that battle. And we actually ended up pulling about 30% of them off of disability
Wow.
retirement.
Yeah,
We tried that.
Safe money.
yeah. Big issues. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know in case you hear something about the mayor doing bad things again with the legislature. It is true.
We'll be in the same boat we were in 2005.
Yeah. So, right now our rate is 94? 92? Sorry. But that is because we went to, so you understand that's, for every dollar we are paying you, we're paying the state 92 cents. And that is because we went to a 30-year amortization instead of 20. So it's like a refi. If it wouldn't have been, we'd be at like 124%. But this whole time it's creeping up. So the latest thing that happened, and then I'll leave you alone with it, the latest thing that happened is they had a forensic audit And the auditor sent back a letter, trouble letter, which is not a good thing. And it said, your accounting has been so poor in the last 2 years that some cities have overpaid and some have underpaid. And so they will be sending those cities that underpaid another bill on top. So we don't know if that's us or not. We won't know for a while because their finances are so screwed up. So what I've called for is I'm asking the governor and the legislature to take PRSPS board and put it under the treasurer's office. Because right now, all of the other, like the teachers and everything else, they're doing okay by the treasurer having oversight. PSPRS is private, there is no oversight.
Sure.
And so that's killing us. And quite honestly, I've talked about a way to roll PSPRS into ASRS. Wouldn't be changing any of your stuff, but it would be a different pool of money and so forth. So just to let you know, like again, in case you hear those rumors that I'm not suggesting doing away with your pensions. I'm talking about them coming.
That would be a bad thing.
That would be a very bad thing. I totally agree with you.
Now, there's one senator that would love to see that happen. Her and I used to have arguments all over the court. Because that came up for a vote last year, the year before. And she lost that one, thank God. She wants to privatize them, make them all 401s.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what corp is now. It's a
Are they?
it's a 401A, I think is what it is.
Well, I can scare you a little bit by saying that I had this discussion with a couple of our representatives, and one of them didn't even know there was a PSPRS problem.
Imagine that.
But there is the Arizona State Retirement System, which is a separate one.
That's what I'm talking about, ASRS.
And they are doing great.
Yeah, they're doing fine.
I think PSPRS Tier 3 and ASRS are about the same anyway.
There's some,
15,
there,
17,
yeah,
18.
there's some similarities.
Yeah, it's almost.
You bet.
Except that they don't get pay raises.
Yeah, they don't get the
My sister's under it, so I know.
2% cost of living every.
So, does anybody else have anything to say about upcoming, some things that you want?
When's the next meeting?
She sent
We
you
didn't
an
get
email.
We didn't get a letter.
Yeah, we did.
We
You did
already did.
I did.
next year.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
we did.
it's
Yeah.
not until, I think.
We
I'll
all-
when we're done, I'll verify your
I think
email.
it's after they graduate.
But our next meeting is April 23rd, 2020. And
I think you're on the
I will have the transfer in of the 3 new firefighters, but it was too soon.
Do we wait for
Yeah,
our
they just
new, the guys that just started the academy, are they after they graduate the academy?
After they
That's what I
graduate
thought.
and begin contributions.
Right.
March 23rd?
Yeah, like April.
Berlin and Bonsuelo.
Yeah, April 23rd.
Good, good. Anything else?
Are there any other mayors or anybody on the bandwagon with you? Same time July?
Well, we did have a couple, but I don't know how to put, most of them don't have the huevos to,
They don't want to rock the boat.
yeah. And I don't care.
Somebody's got a rock.
You know who can rock the boat is the city managers. They're not elected in. Who cares?
Yeah.
That's been tried.
I mean, if I was, I'd be like, I'm not elected. I don't care.
No, that's been tried, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I will say that Prescott was really working with me on this.
Well, Prescott's about as small as we are anyway, you know.
But Prescott changed mayors. He decided not to run. And they passed a 1-cent sales tax that all goes to PSPRS. And they thought that that was going to really take away all their problems. And so the now mayor goes, I don't want to rock the boat. It's all good. We're good. You do something like that.
Is that why the state put a tax on your license plates now?
No, that was for
Public
DPS.
safety? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, that was because they took our HERF funds
That's how
away from us, shifted them to DPS to pay DPS's PSPRS. So the state was able to pay DPS PSPRS by taking our HERF funds. So when we all screamed about that, they put this tax in. But that is to pay PSPRS for the roadies.
Otherwise, the state figured out how to do it.
Oh, sure.
Well, yeah, they did the 1% or the 1 cent tax when Brewer was governor. That was paid for court.
Yeah. Yeah, they have ways. And so that's what I've said, this is a state problem, not a local problem. Stop blaming us for the problem you made. You fix it. If you want to raise taxes, gasoline tax. Sorry, but it hadn't been raised in forever. Raise gasoline tax, put that to PSPRS. So, anyway, enough said, sorry.
Yeah.
Hope I didn't bore anybody.
I'm glad you brought it up.
All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I make the motion, we adjourn.
Second?
A second.
All right. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We,
Firefighters,
Don't-
like, "Yep, we're done."
get out of